This whole Mosaic Mom Life thing has one key ingredient that we stay-at-home moms tend to overlook, and that is confidence. We need confidence in ourselves, our decisions, and in who God created us to be and what He created us to do in order to truly start living our Mosaic Mom lives. So today, we're going where any good millennial mom would go for inspiration. We're going to a Disney movie. So reheat that coffee, mama, and let's see what God can teach us today through Moana 2. Do you want to be an amazing, present mom and have a real identity of your own, but you struggle with mom guilt and complete overwhelm when you even think about trying to do something just for you? If so, you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Laura, a former teacher and university career counselor turned stay-at-home homeschooling mom of two. Over the years, I've learned a thing or two about how to be the present, engaged mom I've always wanted to be and rediscover my own personal identity at the same time. So, if you're ready to rebuild your identity, rediscover your confidence, and let go of the mom guilt, then get the kiddos settled and grab an earbud because this podcast is for you. All right, real quick before we dive into this week's episode, did you know we now have a free community of mamas just like you? Mamas who are trying to rediscover who they are and who they're meant to be in this new phase of life. We're sharing life, discovery, and encouragement over in our free Facebook group. So come check us out at scatteredwoman.com/community. Can't wait to see you inside. Okay, I know you're dying to know where this whole Moana 2 thing came from, so let's dig in. If you've seen the movie, you'll remember that scene where Moana is stuck inside that giant clam and runs into the bat lady, Matangi. Matangi tells Moana that if she wants to get out of the clam, she has to be willing to get lost. Essentially, she tells Moana that there's always another way to get where you need to go, and that knowing the way isn't the only way to get there. Man, I have lived this advice over and over again over the past 20 plus years. Whenever I've moved to a new place, which has been quite a few times in that amount of time, one of the first things I always do is go for a drive around and intentionally get lost and force myself to find my way back home. Nowadays, I have GPS as a backup, which I highly recommend, but I've been doing this since those pre-GPS days. So even back then, it was sink or swim. I had to learn the lay of the land to feel like I could navigate that new season of life in this new place. Everything was new. I needed to figure out where I was, get my bearings, and know that I could find my way home no matter where I went. And I often found these incredible back roads that became my God spots, where I would just take off and go to that place whenever I needed to pray or process through something. And I just needed to get out of the house and be somewhere where I could really feel God and hear God speaking to me. And getting lost was really the best thing I ever did in any place I settled, any new place, any new season of my life. That whole getting lost thing was the best thing I could have done for myself. But here's the thing. Getting lost takes confidence. There's that missing ingredient to your Mosaic Mom life. You have to have confidence in both yourself, that you can handle a little insecurity, a little uncertainty as you're figuring out who you are now. And you have to have confidence in God that He'll put you right where you need to be at the right time. So when Moana was stuck in that giant clamshell, she was looking for a pathway of the gods, a portal that would get her out of the mess she'd gotten into and take her straight to her destination. And aren't we always looking for the same thing? We want some sort of a shortcut to where we're supposed to be. We need a flashing neon sign saying that we are heading in the right direction. I could absolutely use one of those most days. But what Matangi taught Moana, and what we can learn from her as well, is that sometimes the way to what we're seeking, our destiny, our purpose, our next right step, isn't going to be clear. There usually isn't this glossy map with a nice "you are here" sign on it and the path all laid out, highlighted, and color coded for us. There's no built-in GPS for life. Often we need to get lost. We need to take risks, take confident, messy action, even when we're not sure exactly what we're doing, and watch for how God wants to lead us along the way, how He's going to open up that portal, quote unquote, right in front of us. And when we do that, when we're willing to get lost, we gain so much confidence in ourselves and in our ability to handle that uncertainty, and in God to get us where we need to go. So we're gaining all kinds of confidence when we're just willing to step out and take risks toward whatever that next thing is. So how do we get started? How do we get up the gumption to just dive in, get lost, and try when we're not feeling terribly confident to start with? Here are my big tips here. Number 1, pray for guidance. No big surprise here. Before we take any action, imperfect, messy, or perfectly planned, we have to make sure that we're talking with God about what He wants us to do, what He wants for us. And if He says go, get lost, give it a shot, then we move on to step 2. And step 2 is to simply get lost, dive in, take imperfect action. If God is asking you to homeschool your kiddos and you're terrified, take that first step. Look into the homeschool laws in your state. See what paperwork is needed to get started, or join a homeschool support Facebook group. Or maybe for you, God keeps nudging you to start a small at-home business while your kiddos are napping each day, and you don't have a clue how to make that happen. So take the first step. Be willing to get lost, dive in, take that imperfect action, and brainstorm what you're good at. See what you enjoy that other people might pay for. Just coming up with an idea might be your first step. Maybe you might even need to schedule a clarity call with me so that I can help you figure out what type of at-home business might work best for your Mosaic Mom Life, because everybody's a little bit different. And you can snag one of those calls at scatteredwoman.com/clarity, by the way. Or perhaps you're already feeling lost. You don't feel like you know who you are as an individual anymore. You've been mom for so long, you're not sure what you're good at or what you even enjoy outside that role anymore. One of those clarity calls will help you too. So we can walk through your motherhood journey, piece together your Mosaic Mom Life, and help get you to the point that you are confident in who you are created to be and what you were created to do. So whatever your destination, having a perfectly laid out plan isn't the only way. It's okay to just get started and get a little lost as you depend on God to guide your steps and open the doors. As you move and as God shows up, your confidence grows. Isn't that awesome? All we have to do is take that first step, get a little lost. So here's your homework. Take a quick inventory. What has God been calling you to do in your Mosaic Mom Life that you've put off doing because you just didn't know how, or because you're scared? Now, I'm going to give you a little moment of encouragement here. Being scared is not a sin. Refusing to move when God says to move, that is. But you can do this, Mama. Figure out where you need to dive in and take imperfect action. Channel your inner Disney princess wannabe and be willing to get a little lost. God's got your back, and He'll open the door once you step out in faith. Once you've decided where you need to step out, come tell us about it in the Your Mosaic Mom Life community over on Facebook. It's totally free to join, and it's a place where you can get extra support from me and other mamas who are working through their own journeys to rediscovering who they are and who they're meant to be. So head over to scatteredwoman.com/community to join and share how you'll get lost this week and start growing that confidence. I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for taking time to hang out with me today. I hope you'll discover new pieces of your Mosaic Mom Life each week. If you've got a quick minute between those never-ending snack requests from your kiddos, I'd love for you to leave a quick review over on the Your Mosaic Mom Life page on Apple Podcasts. Those reviews help other moms find the show, discover their unique purpose, and start building a life they'll love too. Well, that's it for now. Be sure to check back next week for another new episode, and I'll be talking with you again soon.